Hi, Bruno here. Welcome to Spainguru. What is the best way for US citizens to transfer a large sum of money for property purchase in Spain? Now let's see the specific question of this Spainguru community member. I am from the US and I am planning of buying a property in Spain this year. I am planning on taking out a mortgage in Spain to do so. I wanted to know when it is time to transfer the down payment from my US account. Has anyone had issues with their bank because it is such a large sum of money? How have people from the US transferred the money to the Spanish bank account of the owner? Through Wise, a wire transfer through their bank, or is there any other way? Now, let's see the answers of Spainguru community members. First one, I'm not sure you can move such a large amount of money through Wise. I'm not from the US, but the money to buy my home came from outside the Eurozone. I had it transferred by wire to my Spanish bank account and subsequently transferred it to the owner. If you're planning on asking for a mortgage, chances are that you will need a Spanish bank account. I didn't really run into any issues, but it is crucial that you or they inform their bank in Spain of the sale, otherwise any significant or unusual amounts transferred will be flagged as suspicious and all assets will be frozen. All parties will probably have to prove the money is legit, but the exact documents required will vary from bank to bank. Obviously, there will be fees from transferring the money and from the currency conversion. Best to call ahead and ask exactly how much also varies according to the amount transferred and the bank. Next answer. We use OFX to transfer money to our account in Spain for purchasing our property. They have great rates. We use Wise for smaller amounts. Next one, I've heard people here use Wise, which I personally wouldn't trust with one large sum. We haven't done it with Spain, but with our home country, Colombia, yes. We bank with Chase Bank and they usually charge a flat rate of $15. Check with them as well with the bank you're transferring into Spain. Next answer. I wired the money from Chase to my bank here in BBVA. I was expecting difficulties, the Spanish side, but it was honestly Chase that gave me the most problems. I had no issues with BBVA. Most of the time they ask for a money order. I forget the Spanish word for it, rather than a transfer directly. Next answer. Our bank here, Sabadell, offered us a free transfer in return for taking their home insurance. Their cover was okay, so we accepted, but we changed after a year as it was a bit expensive. Next answer. We did various six-figure transfers in early 2023 and expected them to be flagged, but they weren't. Wise is best for exchange rates, but I held my breath and moved it immediately out to a traditional bank. Fintechs work great, but are risky, especially now with liquidity on the radar. Last answer. Use a realtor or attorney. Do not transfer money directly to the owner. Also know that typically you will need at least 30% down payment. And yes, that 30% makes sense because you will need 20% if you want to access a mortgage. That's usually the minimum that you need to pay. And then there is a 10% expenses because of opening the mortgage, paying the commissions to the agents, and so on. And before in one of those answers, in Bank Sabadell that they offer them to purchase their home insurance in exchange for saving money from the transfer, this is a common practice too. Banks will try to sell you products. And one of the interesting products that you have to think about is at the moment of paying the house, sometimes you use a cheque bancario or bank check, okay? And the cost of issuing that bank check can be extremely high. It could be up to 500 euros sometimes. So this is also something that you need to know beforehand if you're gonna pay the transaction with a bank check, okay? Also speak with the bank about the cost of that check and include it and try to leave it already negotiated so it's free or it has a low amount, like maybe 20 euros to issue it. In conclusion, there are various ways to transfer a large sum of money from a US account to a Spanish bank account when purchasing a property in Spain. Traditional bank wire transfer and Wise are popular options, but it is crucial to inform the banks and follow the necessary procedures to avoid any issues or freezing of assets. It is also recommended to seek assistance from a realtor or attorney and to be aware of the down payment requirements. While fintechs offer great exchange rates, they come with some risks and traditional banks may be a safer option. It is always best to research and compare fees and rates before making a decision.
You can become part of our Spainguru community today by joining our Facebook groups. Our most important group is the Spain Immigration and Residency Questions group, with over 17,000 members. We also have dedicated groups for Spanish non-lucrative visas with more than 2,300 members, and for the Spanish Digital Nomad Visa with 2,000 members. And if you need expert professional advice, we've got you covered. Just head to spainguru.es and check out our top menu. You'll find immigration experts, relocation agencies, tax advisors for Spanish and US filings, sworn translators, apostille services, and health insurance providers for all types of Spanish visa applications and renewals. That includes non-lucrative visas, golden visas, student visas, and digital nomad visas, as well as medical certificates for visa applications and travel insurances. Finally, I highly recommend you join our weekly newsletter, which we send out every single Monday morning. You'll get tons of information, questions and answers, featured blog posts, and even news updates. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.